It's fun to have the chance to learn something that nobody has known before, really, to work with a new data set, see a new place, and to think okay, nobody's looked at this, and this is something that I can contribute to the world. That's pretty rewarding.
Certainly as a chemist and a scientist, and just as an individual who wants to make sure that our work has impact, it's been fun to be able to walk in no, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Figuring out how to do things that haven't been done before. Working on problems that are definitely important, but that there isn't a course that's kind of mapped out already, so figuring that out.
Growing up in a multicultural household, I'm not surprised that I'm an anthropologist. So my father immigrated from China when he was in his early 20s. My mother is from Iowa. When you grow up in that way, you become very aware of cultural differences. But I always loved science, and I love trying to understand humans and human behavior, as complex as we are. And so it's ended up being kind of a nice melding of my love of understanding cultural difference and cultural similarities, and combining that with science to try to help address some of those questions.
Before I knew what the word for astronomer was, I knew that's what I wanted to be. Early on, I wanted to study black holes, and I just kept that love the whole time. I'm the first generation college graduate. I didn't know how to go about this path, and there was nobody around me who had taken that path. So I guess I didn't know how hard the path was going to be, and I was never discouraged to, at least early on, to take that path.
Occasionally there are some barriers that women in science face because there isn't an expectation that women will be the leaders or the directors. I think that's changing a lot, and I love the idea that I can help be a part of that change. One of our jobs as professors is to show as many different doors as possible and encourage students to explore a lot of different options.
My advice, I talk to a lot of students. I think trying a lot of different things, getting yourself out there, and our students at Vanderbilt are great at doing this, doing research early and seeing if you like it, and seeing what part of it you like, and what are the questions that really drive you.
I think for me it would be that they would find or maybe come with inherent confidence, and so be able to find that quickly and not let that, the lack of confidence prevent them from really diving deep into their science and becoming who they can be.
I was really lucky to have a female professor who mentored me and advocated for me. It's something I try to do with my students, just giving them an idea of what's possible and that they can think big and they can be ambitious.
I also learn from them how to be a better mentor, but also just learn about people and understanding that we all come from different places. We have different things that drive us, that motivate us to being here. So I think that's the part that's been fun for me. And it's always fun when they grow and, they are growing up right in front of me, right?
Getting to work with students is really incredible. In the classroom, there are really great moments, but there are also amazing moments that happen in the labs, and just to have them have those experiences and go out into the world and see themselves as knowledge creators is really rewarding.
What we don't ever want is some little girl saying, oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do, right? So we need to find ways to ensure that, all young people are exploring things that they find interesting and intriguing.
So, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and watching her grow has been amazing, right? And it reminds you about your own childhood. A few years ago, they developed Lego sets that were women in science. It was something, when I saw it, that I was like, I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know that I needed to see that kind of thing, so that when kids draw scientists now, some of them draw women, female scientists.
I'm training the next generation of scholars who are going to go on to be leaders in anthropology. And that gives me joy and confidence in knowing that they're going to go on to become leaders, and they're going to also continue to be role models and provide paths for other women to get into science or become leaders in completely different areas.
You don't see anyone like you in the field, so how would you even know that this kind of career is possible? I knew that I could, have a meaningful career where I am valued as a researcher, but also valued as someone who's trying to make our field more vibrant and more inclusive.
As an institution as a whole, I think there's some really clear things that Vanderbilt has done to help pour into women in STEM. We get to create spaces to specifically focus on Black women and girls in STEM. And so that's something that I don't think you can do at most institutions, and so that's been really amazing to have that level of support.
I want to make this a place where everyone feels welcome and everyone can contribute to this awesome endeavor of understanding the universe.